Welcome back to Talks with KiA. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I know it's been a long time since you guys seen me, but I'm back. I pretty much took some time for myself just to reflect on a lot of things, give, more, browse more things, give myself more time to, look into a lot of things, think more, go through a couple more situations, and, just be able to give you guys good content, not just anything. I can't be nobody other than myself, obviously, so I wouldn't give you guys no more than the raw and the revealing of my answers and my feedback and my advice. But just taking some time off really helped me reevaluate, really helped me, dig more deep into YouTube. I had just started out, and I just kind of went off of the things that I kind of already knew about YouTube with watching it so much. So I gave my time to learn, and I'm still learning a whole lot. Like every day is just something new with it. So yeah, I just took my time away just to reflect on a lot of things. But thank you guys so much for supporting me and being there and just watching me. It really did mean a lot. So thank you guys so much. This video, if you haven't already noticed by the title, I took some time to get you guys feedback on my Instagram, which is questions and advice, and I will be answering them. I will be giving you guys some good advice based on what you've asked me. So I think that this will be really fun. So the first question is, why is it that as soon as you begin to like someone, they start moving funny? I can very much so relate. That's a good question. I think it's just more so as far as, okay, well, I'm gonna speak from a guy. Like if I'm a female and I'm dating a guy and the guy is starting to act funny once I start liking him. A lot of guys are afraid of commitment, and they get very, very nervous to like somebody, believe it or not. When they see their feelings are growing to attach, they start running. They would run from you, and they just will start damn, do I really want to do this? Do I really like her? Let me fall back off of it. I won't say every single guy, but in this generation, most guys, when you can be vibing, liking on each other, practically that, y'all could really be in it, and out of nowhere he just started acting funny, and it's why? And then it's sometimes you want to have that conversation. Some guys gonna keep it real with you, man, I done fell for a lot of girls and it always started off real good, and then it gets real bad. So I just try to prevent myself from even going down that road, you know what I'm saying, to even clash at the end. So I want to stop, which that's kind of ridiculous too, but that's how guys are. I personally just feel they run. They start getting nervous. They start getting scared, thinking that, oh, every girl is the same, it's gonna start out this way, let me just go ahead and bounce. If she chase me, then maybe we'll get somewhere. Maybe if she chase me, she asks me if she noticed that I'm acting funny, then obviously she gonna do something. But if she don't chase me, she don't notice that I'm acting funny, that means she's not really into me. So my advice to you, if you're dealing with this situation, is if you feeling him back, because it was a female that asked the question, if you feeling him back, reach out to him. Y'all next date, you know what I'm saying, obviously y'all been connecting well, so if y'all have another date, or y'all chilling, or y'all just having a nice little conversation, whether it's on the phone. I prefer in person. I always prefer on person, but if you talking to him, just let him know I've been feeling the vibe just been a little weird, let me know what's up. I think a good idea would be to kind of open up to him. You don't have to go deep down in it, but just open up to him and make him feel a little bit more vulnerable to open up to you about why he's running away from you. So I think that once you guys have a connection and you guys start seeing he notices that you notice, he notices that you notice how his feelings have changed, then maybe you're thinking wow, maybe she do mess with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she do, you know, rock with me on that level. I can be real with her, you know. Some guys are hard to open up to, and some guys don't, you know, look at it like, oh, well, I like her, she like me. If she ain't really trying to open up to me, then that means she not really, you know what I'm saying, rocking with me like that. Some guys it's hard to open up to. So have that conversation with him, you know, see where his mind at, and make him feel more comfortable. And hopefully that works. If not, it can honestly be something that's bothering him. He probably has something personal going on in his life where he don't really care to explain at the moment. But a conversation is always needed. If things continue, or if you don't feel like you're good enough for him to open up to you, then I just suggest you, you know, fall back. Like, don't force your energy up on nobody. Like, because regardless of what you do, if that's what they have going on, if that's how they want to be set up, that's how they gonna roll, you know? Okay, the next question is, how do you know if someone really loves you for you? Knowing somebody really loves you for you is when you in your darkest moments. Like, you in your darkest moments and they don't change. You know, they actually want to help you. They actually want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to like, what is the word I'm looking for? They really want to connect with your soul. It's not more what you can do for them or how well you can do this. They really want to connect more with the person who you are on the inside, the person that you don't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the outside. You know, sometimes guys and girls, you know, they have like an image. And it's not necessarily being phony, but it's like, when I'm here, I have to always be jolly. I have to always be jolly. I have to always be a comedian or whatever the case may be. So it's like, when I'm away from that, and when I'm away from the time that I'm not getting that attention, like, is she really feeling me? Like, clearly everybody knows, like, okay, well, if I ain't got this money and I'm down now, I'm broke, does that mean she feeling you? I don't always necessarily say that that's true too, because some girls know that if you coming from something, you're not gonna be down for long. You know what I'm saying? So some girls will fake the funk until you get up. So that's not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, meaning that if she love you for you, she just know the pattern in which to play you. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, females too. When she want to see you on a different level than the other female, she want to connect with you than the actual or the unusual female. She ain't looking at the stuff that other females is normally used to. Vice versa. It was actually a man that asked me this question, but it's the same for females. You know, when a man want to look at you more than what you have to offer as far as sex and anything else, when he really want to connect with you and want to take time to get to know you, and when that's like his main priority is keeping you happy, you know what I'm saying, that's when you know that somebody really loves you for you, for real. How long should you date someone before having sex? Okay, I'm gonna be real quick with this question. I don't think that it's a time limit on when you should have sex. I think it's the right time. Is when it's right time for you. This is not like, oh, okay, so it's been 6 weeks, let's have sex. No.
Boy,
if the vibe is right, if the mood is right, if you feel like that person is deserving to connect with you on a sexual level, then that's when you make that move. I wouldn't be allowed to tell you when it's right to have, you know, sex with someone. You'll be able to feel it. Like, your intuition will tell you, like, wow, like, I'm connected with him more. Like, I just want to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would know when it's the right time. Like, your body, your vibe, your interest. Because obviously, if you rocking with somebody and they haven't really been consistent, haven't really been true to you, or haven't really been showing you, you know, a very good time and pleasing you, obviously you're not gonna have sex with them. I would hope not. So it all depends on the vibe. I said, like, especially right now, I don't really think it's a time limit. Like, when you feel like the time is right, the vibe is right, everything is going the way it's supposed to go. You guys got into a heated moment, got your way out of it, and everything is everything. I say go for it, but I'm not the person that determines that. Your intuition will let you know. You will feel it. It's kind of like when you love somebody. When you know, you just know that it's the right time, you know. I really want to commit, but it's hard finding the right one. What should I do? You really want to commit. Commit to yourself first. Learn more about yourself. Get to know who you are. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, figure things out more. Dig deep into the person who you are first. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you've done it and you learned yourself all the way from the top to the bottom, to where ain't no more learning yourself, and you just feel like, dang, it's still hard finding the right one, wait on it. It's gonna come. Go out on you a few dates. You know what I'm saying? It was a guy that asked me this. So, you know, go out on you a couple dates. You know, take your time. Baby steps. Give more like heart-to-heart conversation, intellectual conversation with the people that you're connecting with. That way, if you start connecting with somebody through conversation, you know that it's bigger than sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gotta get to know somebody. Get to know, like, ask them personal questions, like serious questions, and just based off that answer, you could tell what type of female you're dealing with. You know, some guys that's hard finding the right one, they come from a crazy past where they dated a lot of women. Now it's hard to find that right one, so you feel like it's karma. I don't necessarily, I feel like you're gonna get your karma, and then it's gonna be time for you to, you know what I'm saying, reboot. So just give yourself time to figure things out, you know what I'm saying, and go on you a couple dates, and, you know, just think outside the box. Think like, this, I'm trying to commit. Like, I really wanna be on some long-term stuff. Like, you gotta ask certain questions to try yourself to figure women out in the beginning stage. So that way you won't go a whole 6 months, 7 months, y'all done had sex and all this to find out that she not the one. Like, you would know. So go out on you a couple dates, you know, feel things out. Let me know what happened. Good luck. Do you think a friendship could be repaired after one friend tries to degrade the other one on social media? I don't think so. I just feel like when you're a friend, it's just certain things that you don't do. And bringing your business to social media is just something that you don't do. So once you spaz out and you going off emotion and you putting the world in your business, I just feel like that's something that you've been waiting to do. It's something that you've been like itching to do. Like, man, I've been wanting to expose this person about this, that, and the third, whatever. If that's how you feel, keep it that way, because the trust won't be the same. The friendship won't be the same. You let me know, you let the world know how you feel. How that's gonna look is you just put all my business out, or, you know, talk bad about me to the whole world, and now I'm back kicking it with you in your face, and we just la 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 bamba. Like, who? Nah. That's not it. Like, it's not that serious to have a friend. I'm sorry. Like, you just don't do that. Friends don't do that. Friends talk to each other and they handle stuff in private. And that's period. Like, you don't just be up on there just ratting out my business and think you finna just be back eating at the table and kicking it. And I can't even trust you after that. If you would put my business out on social media in front of the world, ain't no limits to what you do. Can men be jealous or intimidated by their women? Yes. No. By their woman, sorry. Yes. Some guys, they love you and they want to be with you, but only the real ones want what's best for you, not what's best for themselves. Like, some men see a woman flourishing and see that regardless of you around or not, she will always be fine and she will always get action and she's satisfied with or without you. When guys see that, some guys, they get jealous by it because they just figure like, who is you? Why you know? It's not a good thing. It's actually bad and it's toxic and it shouldn't have to be like that. Your man should want what's best for you. He should want more for you than you want for yourself. He should want to see you doing good. He shouldn't want to be jealous of you. He should want to add on to whatever you got going on. It should never get to a point to where a man is jealous of you. Like, who are you, a female? It's not supposed to work like that. What if you find your soulmate, but you're in a relationship with someone else? It depends on how you found them. If you found your soulmate, let's just say you're in a relationship, and you had this lifetime long best friend, and your best friend so happened to be your soulmate, then I say go for it, you know. I think that it's a conversation that you have to sit down and have with your partner, you know, and let them know, like, look, I know what's for me. If you can say out your mouth that this is my soulmate, that means you feel that in your soul. If you willing to take that risk and thinking that your soulmate is your soulmate, then go for it. But, you know, it's hard because, you know, you're gonna break someone else's heart. And you gotta understand, if your soulmate is in a relationship, you can't just drop everything you have going on here and just, hey. Because what if he don't do the same for you? You both gotta feel the same exact way about each other and connect and, you know, go there. But if you find your soulmate in the process of which you talking to someone else, that's not right. Because it's almost like you cheated to get him. You know, and it may not end well for you. But if he's been around and you just woke up one day like, man, this man is my soulmate. Like, I need him. I don't need nobody else but him. Then go for it. Like, you know, it's always mind, heart. Like, that's like the craziest conversation ever. But before you make that move, you have to really, really, really be careful and think deep into it, because it's hard to say that you found your soulmate while you're in a relationship. Like, that's deep. You gotta be willing to break hearts and move a crazy way to feel like, man, this is it. I'm ready to give all this up to you. You gotta feel that same way. If that feeling ain't mutual, that ain't your soulmate. Put it like that. If he ain't dropping anything like you dropping anything, that's not your soulmate. I just hope that if this is real and not just a question and kids are involved, that you're really thinking deep on this. Don't just move off instinct, because people think that they find their soulmate when they get married. And look how fast divorces happen. You get what I'm saying? So, good luck with that. That was deep. Somebody said, how can I get you? You can't. You asking, and it means you can't. Is it important to find closure from a previous relationship when you are in a new one? That's a good question. It depends. I feel like the terms that you guys left off is kind of the terms that you needed to move on in the first place. So what do you want to give them? What do you want closure about? What do you want them to try to convince you again? Like, what type of closure you need? If you need closure as far as, you know, like feeling like you did something wrong, you did it. I'm here to tell you that you didn't do nothing wrong. If you feeling like you did something wrong, you did it. Closure puts you in a bad space. When you go back, you're giving that person a chance to open up to you on a different level after they hurt you and after they seen you move on. So now they got that, dang, like, she's really gone. You know what I'm saying? And now, of course, they know how to act now because you're gone. Of course, they know how to open up to you and do a lot of things. If you feel like you're strong enough to get closure, then by all means. But most of the time, it's just bullshit. Closure is just bullshit. It's just another way of letting him get that upper hand on you and wheel you back in to see if you're strong enough to go back down that path. If you've moved on, move on. And what's meant to be gon' be anyways. But I don't think that it's mandatory to get closure from a previous relationship unless you feel like you need that conversation in order to love on that next person. That's the only way I would suggest you go and get closure. If you feel like, man, I can't love on this man because I really need to know what happened, what we went wrong at. If he's mature enough from the previous relationship to sit there and have that conversation and let you know what's what and you can honestly believe him, then I say go for it and get all the closure you need so that you won't love on that new person with all your hurt from that last person. Why do females assume and stick to their assumptions? Females assume and stick to their assumptions because most females go with their gut feelings, and 9 times out of 10, we don't be wrong. Unless we're convinced otherwise, which takes a long time, then by all means, we're not just gonna assume. But it's something that led us up to assume, so we're not just gonna wake up and just, hey, I think he up to something. You know what I'm saying? Something led us to that point. So when we assume, when we stick to our assumptions, that's because we assume something and you didn't change our minds from letting us know that our assumption was right or wrong. Period. After all the years, I think I'm in love with my girl best friend. I'm scared to run her off though. You know what? If you feel like you're in love with your girl best friend after all these years, that means you knew that you've been in love with her and you've been nervous about it. I feel like if you feel that it's necessary to tell her that y'all are in love, you have to go in knowing that this can break up y'all friendship. It might make it go deeper, but it might break y'all friendship up. If you feel like being in a relationship with her means more to you than anything else, I say go for it. And let her know how you feel. Not over a text. Definitely has to be in person. She has to see you, believe you. Now, some female friends, like, they'll laugh, like, well, please, whatever. But you gotta let her know, like, and if it don't work out, it don't work out. And if she don't want to be friends with you after you done opened up and told her that, you gotta respect that too, because that's something that you just didn't come up yesterday and felt. That's something that you just started feeling, and you supposed to told her right then and there. So if she don't want to be your friend no more after that, you can't be mad at that. So that's a risk that you have to take, losing your best friend or actually going. It's kind of like it's real funny sided. So you just gotta take that risk if that's what you really want. If you feel like it's worth it, if you feel like she's good enough, you feel like, dang, I really need to let her know that I'm in love with her, because she might feel the same way. You never know. I think you should take baby steps into that too. Like, give her, like, drop little hints and stuff, like, certain little questions to see if she will look at you in that way. But a friendship goes a long way, so just be cautious of that. Okay, I think that is everything. That is all our questions. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you are one of the people that asked this question, I really hope that I helped. Let me know, inbox me, put in the comments. Let me know how you felt about your answers. Give me updates on the advice that you chose. If you chose to take my advice, I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, place in the comments anything you want to ask me, any new videos you want me to do. I love you guys. Thank you so much.